Ladies and gents, welcome back to The Random. It's your host, SmallwoodWorldWide. We're back again with another video. And as you can see, we have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, 2 terabyte, cosmic orange in the building. And today, we're going to make this nice and simple for you. I'm just going to give you my initial thoughts. So what does that mean? This is not a review. This is not a lifestyle video. This is nothing other than you, me, nice little bit of popcorn, and the device. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and run down these specs like it's Sports Center. Let's talk about the highlights. As you can see, new color, cosmic orange. Okay, it's still 6.9 inches. All right, beautiful display. As you can see, nice and immersive. We'll get into that. Number two, if you notice anything, they're back in an aluminum frame. So take a look at that device. Look at it from the top, from the back, from the side. You still got the camera control button there. You still have your action button there. You have your volume rockers, of course. And if you look at the bottom, of course, USB Type C and stereo speakers. So once again, 17 Pro Max, 2 terabytes. In addition to the new aluminum unibody display, we know that it has 48 megapixel cameras here, not one, not two, but three. Okay. You have the main camera, you have the ultra wide, and you have the telephoto lens. Once again, you're accustomed to that already. Now, when we turn around and think about the front facing camera here, right? You want to also think about center stage for photos, and they now have this square sensor, which will allow for basically you not having to take your phone like this to get a group photo in now. I think that's a great use of software. We'll get into all that on another date. But for now, take a look at what I like to call Orange Maximus. Look at this new back design. It's nice and soft. When I tell you this phone feels incredible in the hands, it's literally the best feeling iPhone that I've ever had. Now, let's take a look at what's in the box. Of course, nice braided cable, as you can see. Get that out the way. Everything else that you're accustomed to book-wise has gotten much smaller. Get it out the way. Of course, the box, get out the way. Again, 17 Pro Max, very cool. But we didn't come for that, right? When you look at it, I went and got this Apple case here, of course, which is nice. Nice grip in the hands, but nothing will ever replace being able to feel the actual device on your skin. This is a Pro Max. As you can see, for somebody with hands like myself, this is very comfortable and it's a great feeling phone. Now, this phone, the iPhone Pro Max, okay, 17 Pro Max. Let's get it right. This is a live video. You know how we do. It starts at $1,099, okay? Again, it starts at that point. 2 terabyte edition might run you a little bit more money. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the battery life, right? Because you see the phone. Some say it's a little bit thicker. I say it's just right. This has approximately 39 hours of battery life, okay? That's with video playback. And again, if you're a power user, it could be more, it could be less. It just depends on the day. The phone has to, of course, get accustomed to your usage. Now, one of the things you see here differently with the design is this little hump, also known as camera plateau. I actually like the camera plateau. It's very comfortable in the hands. It also sits up very nice. As you see, we had to give the phone a background that was worthy of its display to help make sure this color pops. But it's a really, really nice game changer in terms of the camera bump not sticking out. And let's get this case out the way here. For the folks who may ask, is it worthwhile having the new 17 Pro Max or last year's edition, the 16 Pro Max, right? As you can see side by side, this is what they look like. Let's hold them up like this. Again, very nice devices, but what I would say is this. The 16 Pro Max, it was great. It had its time. Right now, it's Orange Maximus time, okay? This is a must-have. So if you're coming from the 16 Pro Max, you're absolutely right. You should upgrade if you can. So let's move this out the way. Now, let's take a look and let's compare it to the original iPhone. I always think this is a missed moment here, just from a design standpoint to see how far we've come. Let's go ahead and unlock that for you. Take a look there. Also, if you take a look, the original iPhone still works, still unlocks. This is history, ladies and gents. And again, buttery, buttery smooth. When you talk about iOS 26, I go here, go down, everything works as you would expect, right? But When you look at the original iPhone, not bad for a phone that came out in 2007, right? Obviously, you look at my hand covers the whole thing here. So very tiny device, but it's not about this one. Just a quick comparison so you can see, get a chance to appreciate history and look at that. 8 gigs to 2 terabytes. You got to love it, right? So one of my favorite things about this phone is iOS 26, okay? I know people want split screen and they want all those different things. You know what I want? Ceramic shield. I'm not a person who drops his phone a lot, but as a person who every now and then it can happen to, okay, I think it's nice to have a stronger, tougher screen here to protect you from those drops that may not be as soft as this. So shout out to Apple for getting that in play. Now, another thing that I like to talk about is this camera, right? So let's get out of video. Let's go to photo. Let's get this original iPhone back in here, right? Let's move it up a little bit. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to the camera. One of the things I like too, camera control, much more responsive this year. Let's be clear about that. Now let's get this straightened out. As you can see, ultra wide. There you go. Optical zoom. And this goes up to 8 times optical zoom, 28 millimeters, 35 millimeters, 2 times zoom, 4 times zoom, 8 times zoom, right? And let's just see if we light that up. There you go. Now, we're not doing this lifestyle video where you get it all the way outside, not yet, but for now, you get a chance to see how that looks. And the camera does a great job. One of my favorite features, video, right? So when you come here to video, let's switch this around, smooth this out a little bit. As you can see, you click there, you get dual capture, which is long overdue in my opinion, but it's here. We're going to be happy that it's here. Flash, you get action, which is always great. But one of the more important things is if you click here, you still get ProRes. You can shoot in log, HDR. You see 4K resolution, 24, 30, 60, and 120 frames per second, which is always great there. Take your pick your poison on what you find to be important to you. Let's switch this out. Let's take a look at that glass design. As you can see, you can shoot in spatial here, an option that is not necessarily there for the Air, but when you think about the Pro, you got to go Pro. Everything looks good. You get cinematic mode, which I think is always a winning choice. You get it there. You pair it with something like the AirPods Pro 3, and you have a very much a winning team. So let's get out of there. Again, everything about this phone is great, including the display. We're going to cut the volume down here. Season pass, shout out to that. We're not doing that right now. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's look at how one of these trailers actually look. And let's hope that we get it to work. There we are. Take a look at that. Even right now, this does it no justice. Absolutely none. There we are. And all of this in the power of your hand. Again, I like it. I love it. I think that one of the great things about iPhone is the ability to not only create content, but to consume the content, which is amazing. It has stereo speakers here, which is something that, again, some people, they complain about it. They feel like they need it all. For me, most people wear headphones or you pair it up with a Bluetooth speaker. So I'm much less concerned about stereo speakers as a lot of people are. But I do think if you can have it, it's a nice to have. Let's go ahead and get the old iPhone out the way. My initial thoughts on this, it's a really well-designed device. You get a chance to see all the different bands here around the phone. All 3 camera lenses there for the folks who have to have their telephoto lens. I will call you out because I don't see a lot of telephoto shots, but I digress. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Camera control. We push that, as you can see. Comes up nice and easy. All right. You can also push in again. You can still make all the adjustments before. Let me make sure I do this right from the angle. We might have had a little bit of freeze in there. Hold on one second. We'll fix that up. And so, as you can see, tone, styles, photographic styles, makes a return. Kind of camera you want to take. Zoom in. Scroll up again. Depth. Also, exposure. You get a chance to play with all of this in here. And, of course, you can also take the photo. In addition to that, if you do a nice, long, hard press here, guess what? Now you activate Apple Intelligence. Let's bring back this phone. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick shot of that. Now, move it out the way. Let's hit search. Let's see what we got. And there you go. Look at that. Voila. It works nice and easy. And it works as intended. So for all the folks who always have something to say about Apple Intelligence, I love the way that it's functional. You know, you got Gemini, you got Chat GPT, of course, if you want to do some other things that, which is still kind of chatbot related. But for active intelligence that's on your device, that's going to be very impactful to your day to day, Apple Intelligence still works. Now, overall, I think the device is buttery smooth. I love the way it operates in terms of it's early in iOS 26. I don't think that you're going to run into too many hiccups right now, but for anything else, there will be a few updates. I dubbed this Orange Maximus because I love the color. I love the way it pops. That's why we chose this background here, this backdrop rather, so you get a chance to see it. Once again, camera plateaus a winning feature. I think for me, the biggest feature that sells the new iPhones is simply the square sensor that sits on a front facing camera. 18 megapixel. Now, you want to get a group selfie, group photo, group video. You want to get that wide angle shot, it's automatically there. And you have the ability to do it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of that, right? So let's go back in the camera. We're turning around here. As you can see, not going to do us justice. We'll go back to photo, right? See that little button right there? You have the ability to shoot wide. You have the ability to go up and also make it where it can go in RAW. Click over here again, all the different aspect ratios and photographic styles. Go back, click on that. There you go. You can automate it. As you can see, for me, I have it automatically coming on, and center stage can zoom and rotate to fit everybody in. And from what you've seen online so far, it works pretty well. So far, my experience, I would say after one full weekend with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, now that we're done being tongue tied, I think that it's an incredible device. Is it a must have? Absolutely. Listen, if you're in the tech game and you want the latest and greatest, 17 Pro Max is the way to go. This is just my initial thoughts. It's not a review, it's not even a thorough walkthrough. Stay tuned because we're going to get some more footage with the device here. But in the meantime, in between time, get to an Apple store. Let's lock it up here so we don't accidentally click on anything. Get it in your hands. Get a chance to see how it feels. Let's get out of there. Let's go to a little social media real quick, as I think that's always helpful here. We never know what's going to come up, but we'll see. There you go. Look at that. A little scandal love. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Just a little bit of everything. Bit of a little breaking news there from the LA Times. So here you are. Caleb Williams. Shout out to Caleb Williams for smashing and destroying the Cowboys there. But all that to say, again, anything that you want this phone to do, it'll do that and more. And if you want to get a bit of the sound, let's see if we don't get anything for this. Again, 17 Pro Max, Cosmic Orange, comes in three colors, I believe blue and silver as well. Up to 39 hours of battery life when shooting videos. Again, I don't know anybody who's watching 39 hours straight of video. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Give it a try. We'll talk more in depth about the iPhone 17 Pro Max sooner than you think. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon. Peace.